Hey, welcome back. I'm Carissa, and I treated myself to a spring bouquet. I just could not resist. One of our grocery stores sells local bouquets grown in our province, and I just thought that this was so stunning. Soon I will be growing my own and I won't have to purchase any, but to get me by till then, I have this beauty. So previously when I used to buy these, or I would receive them as a gift, it was very difficult to arrange them. I know a lot of us sort of cut it off and then just plop it in our vase and then it's done, and that's totally fine. But just to elevate it, I'm going to share a few tips just to arrange this in a nice, simple, and beautiful way. So the first tip is when you're bringing your bouquet home, give all of the stems a little bit of a cut and let them drink immediately upon bringing them home, because they have traveled a long distance, and in travel they usually do not have water. So hydration is important just to make sure that they don't wilt. The next tip would just be to remove all of the stems and leaves from below the water line, as those will add bacteria to your water and reduce the vase life of your bouquet. And as you go, just remove any unsightly leaves that are going to distract from the beautiful bouquet. And any blooms too that have broken off, just remove those as well. Okay, all of my stems have been cut and I've removed all of the broken or damaged leaves, and now we are going to be getting into the actual arranging of these bouquets. So I think now that they're all in the vase, it's nice to see what sort of textures we're playing with, the amount we have. It's always a great consideration. I don't know if you've ever tried to make a bouquet and you didn't have enough flowers, or it was much smaller than you anticipated it being, but this gives us a good visual of the size of our bouquet and where we want to be. So I'm going to be probably trimming back quite a few inches off of my stems and keeping it a little bit tighter in a nice sort of like oval mounding bouquet, if that makes sense. So let's get into it. Okay, I've removed the lower leaves on this palm. I'm going to be starting with the foliage and have it sort of draping outside of my vase, and then I'll be adding my flowers. Now that my foliage is all in, I'm going to be starting with my filler flowers. So there are quite a few of these. I believe these are mums, and I think they will take up a lot of space in the vase. As you add all of these stems, the inside is going to become a frog and sort of hold the other stems in place as you go. Another tip is to measure where you're cutting. So if you can see, right here is the bottom of my vase, so this would give me the height, but I think this is where I want to end up. So just measuring before you cut. Same with this one. A little bit shorter on that one. There are two of these beautiful soft purple. Cutting off a few inches there. I think that's still too tall. keeping in mind where you're going to be placing your bouquet is a great idea as well, so that you know if you're going to be doing just a front or if you want it to be beautiful from all different sides. Keeping that in mind is a great idea as well. Now these lilies haven't bloomed yet, but that's okay. It's going to give me more time with them since they are still in their bud stage. Well, that was quick and easy. So this bouquet is meant to be viewed from one side. The back isn't as nice as the front. I think we ended up with a very light and airy spring-themed bouquet, and I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to be putting this on my dining room and enjoying it for probably at least a week. Another tip would be to take out the stems that have wilted or are no longer beautiful and enjoy it as it progresses, because some of these flowers will last quite a lot longer than the other ones. And my last tip is to not come into it with a perceived idea. Rather, view it as a form of art and sort of see where the stems take you, play with them, arrange them differently, maybe do the same bouquet over and over until you're happy with it. But I think it's a lot of fun just to experiment with the different looks you can get from one grocery store bouquet. Well, that is all for today. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.